Well, Gemma, we are live. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Wow, what a morning. Can I just take a moment to thank Jane for making the set look beautiful this morning? It's a bit good, isn't it?
Stunning.
I mean, yeah. And for those of you that are interested, going, what is this beautiful wizardry here? Yeah, Stitchy Witch's done that for us for tomorrow. Yes, it's looking a bit gorgeous, I think is what we say there.
Amazing.
Isn't it?
Amazing.
Just stunning. Just stunning. So for those of you that are new to us and just tuning in, good morning. I am Natasha of Natasha Makes. You know what else I've just realised? We've set up all of these beautiful things too far out of the way. Can't actually see them on the camera.
Oh no.
I know, right? It's easily fixed. I'll just do that. Still can't see it. Ah, man!
We'll take some pictures.
We'll take some pictures. We've got beautiful, beautiful fabrics, brand new in from Lisa Chandler. Lisa Chandler is our Australian designer that we work very closely with. She's incredibly talented, and we are one of the only places in the UK that you can get her fabrics. And certainly the only place in the UK that you can get these. Yes, yes, yes. We just stroked those. We are her UK distributors, basically. That's what's happening there. This is missing something, Gemma.
Oh.
No, I forgot. It was a bit of a
that.
rush. No, it's all right.
You can spare me.
Right. Gemma is in the corner, as ever. She doesn't stay in the corner all day, like she wanders around all over the place. I think that if we actually looked at your steps, we'd be amazed.
Yeah.
True. That was what that's what Gaynor was saying the other day, wasn't she? She did her 10,000 steps.
I got loads up yesterday.
Did you?
I was everywhere.
Everywhere. Omnipresent Gemma. Yeah. Not wrong.
No.
Not wrong. Oh, it's the usual thing if I can't find anyone on here. Do you know what? One day I will get tech savvy. Then you'll all be scared. Really? Really? Truly? Shall we just see who's here? We have scroll. Morning, Mary. Morning, Helen. Morning, John Cole Morgan. He says Lisa is beyond amazing. Love these new colourways. Well, it's because of John, or thanks to John, or it's John's fault, that I met Lisa in the first place. So we are forever grateful to you. Who else? I keep going back up to the top. I don't need to go back up to the top. Morning, Sharon. Oh, it's 9 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Do you know what? I don't know if Lisa's even got this colourway yet. It's the UK launch anyway.
Beautiful.
It is a bit good. Rebecca says, good morning, ladies, and happy birthday, Kaif. Yeah, it was Kaif's Christmas yesterday, so one day a year, you'd think, wouldn't you, that how closely he and Philip Jacobs, the designs, you'd think that they were collaborating all the time. One day a year for a couple of hours. That's all they meet. They call it Kaif's Christmas, and that was at the weekend. She is excited about, Rebecca that is, not she, she's Cat's mother, excited about Lisa Chandler's fabric too. Excellent. Good morning, Helen. Are you well this morning? Good morning, Claire. I'm busy dressing 10 pigs in their blankets. Of course you are. Of course you are. Do you reckon you're going to hit 50 with these, Claire? If you get to 100, that would be a ton of pigs.
That's so bad.
I know. Really bad. Oh, Steve says hi. Hi, Steve. We love Steve. Sam Pam says, morning, everyone. Jojo, good morning. Oh, yeah, Jane and I have got to look at that quilt for you, haven't we, now that she's back? Morning, Jane. Morning, Nicola. She's morning, holding on to our hats in Devon. Which storm is it coming through now? Do we know? Freddie wanted a scavenger hunt today, and Stephen and I just looked at him and went,
Perhaps not, son. Not today.
Not outside. No, that will not be happening. Morning, Heather. She says, good morning, ladies. We're very grey and murky South London. Ali F's here. Good morning, Alison. She says, good morning, Natasha and everyone. You brighten up a gloomy day here in Howard. Oh, thanks. Otherwise, I mean, we're just known to other people's other halves as that woman again.
Those there women.
Those there women. Them there ladies. Morning, Pat. Good morning, Carol. Will you stop switching off? Not you, Carol. That. Awkward. Morning, Joan. Morning, Carol. Morning, Colette. Good morning, Martine. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning, Steph. Good morning, Julie. And Fiona says, good morning, Natasha. You're looking very slender these days. Oh, thank you. Also, happy birthday, Kay, from a windy Chelsea Common in Stroud. And good morning to Margaret. Gemma seems quiet today. Is she okay? Can you not hear the tap, 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 tap? So, yeah, I might have sent her quite a few things to load this morning, which is her favourite thing to do. So she's just finishing off a few little things. Was that a thumbs up? Yes, how much you love it, Gemma?
Mm-hmm.
Or wrong digit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just checking. Do you know why they use the middle finger? Do you know why? I found this out the other day. Because...
I do know!
Oh, good!
It was two.
Oh.
Was Agincourt, the Battle of Agincourt.
Yeah, so the French were instructed to cut off the middle finger of any of the British people that they...
All those two.
Yeah, all those two, because then they couldn't do the bow and arrowy thing.
The Welsh bowmen. The Welsh won the Battle of Agincourt.
The Welsh did.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's why... Good old Welsh. Where would be without them, eh?
Oh.
Hi everyone, beautiful, beautiful fabric. Lisa did it again. She did, Myra. She blinking well did. Morning, Anne. Morning. Watching sneakily. She's at work. It's all right. Shh. Secret safe with us. Morning, Gail. Morning. I don't know. I'm still whispering. You could just turn your volume down. It's not actually going to help. Oh, Storm Barra. Is that like Barracuda?
Not Bazza.
Not Bazza. Although, I mean, he can whip up a storm. Oh, yeah.
Your lovely dad.
My lovely dad. Morning, Evie. She says, good morning, Natasha and Josh. He gets a mention this morning.
Oh, good.
Claire says, her wrist is already falling to pieces, but I won't say no if more orders come in. Is that like a repetitive crocheting strain-based injury? Sounds it to me. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, good morning. And Elizabeth. Oh, she said Storm Barrow as well. Morning, Sean. Hope all warm and dry today. Yeah, well, we are warm, but then I got the gas bill for here and nearly passed out. Morning, Ellen. From a very wet Pembrokeshire. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. Storm Barrow, Margaret knows, is named by the Irish and Danish. She doesn't know why the Danish get involved. What's it got to do with them? Is it our storm? Where does it start?
Does it come from there?
I don't know. Who gets to name a storm anyway?
I know with comets, it's the person that discovers it, isn't
But
it?
it's not a comet, is it?
No.
It's a big old storm.
Don't know.
Margaret, can you just find out for us?
Yeah, Margaret.
Um, oh, Lisa says that Storm Barrow is also the name of their local weatherman. Could you imagine? Hi, my name's Storm. Storm Barrow. Bit like James. James Bond. Leanne says, morning, on a quick work break. We'll catch up tonight. Good morning, Rona. Love a school day, says Myra. Do you know what? It's got to be, because my kids are off school for another week. Do you reckon they'll actually go back to school for Christmas? I don't know that's going to happen. If it does, it'll only be enough so that they can all put their cards in the Christmas postbox and catch goodness knows what off each other again. That'd be fun. That finger got Thomas the weatherman off air. Oh, gosh. Did it? Who was the one that used to,
Jump around on the map. Fred.
Fred in his jumpers.
He fell in.
Did he?
Did the
Hilarious.
once, yeah.
Amazing. Oh, yes, Margaret, you are Agincourt, aren't you? She said, if you remember my address, Natasha, you will know why I know the origin of the two-finger gesture. Yeah, but when you move into a place, is that the research? Well, it clearly is the research that you do. Oh, I want to know more now. Good morning. Watching you on YouTube while I sew, but I thought I'd pop here to say hi. Thank you, Alison.
Aw.
Thank you. Eds is here. Morning, Eds. Basil, good morning. And Elizabeth and... Oh, Barrow is also an island in North Scotland. Oh, repetitive crochet strain injury, and it's the wrist that saves my face when I fell off the scooter. Oh. Crochet and scooter-based injuries. This is not going well for you, is it, Claire? Do you know what may or may not go well for me today is the demo I'm going to do, for the simple reason that I've not made it before. So, we'll see, right? What could No, I'm not going to say that. No. Do you want to see what we've got? Do you? Right, who dresses their table for Christmas? I'm not going to ask Gemma because that's a ridiculous question.
It's already dressed.
It's already dressed. Good grief. I barely managed to dress myself, let alone a table. I mean, crikey.
Oh.
Yeah, Gemma's table is already dressed. This is the woman that puts mice in her cheese boards. Not actual mice. Are they?
They're little antique silver ones, and the one's got like a glass of port, and another one's got a little knife port. They're tiny, and you don't notice them straight away in amongst the figs and the walnuts and the grapes and things as I do my cheese board. But then you see them there, and one looks drunk and is asleep on his back. And
I just get a chunk of
so
cheddar
cute.
out of the fridge. Honestly, she's like the Mrs. Bouquet of cheese boards around here. What's wrong with just getting the chunk of cheddar out and chopping a great big slice off, Gem? What's going on? What is going on in the world? Right, so here's the thing. Oh yeah, this is what we're making today. We've had this pattern from Lisa for a little while, and it's the lotus fabric flower. And then I made it this morning. It's huge.
It's amazing.
I love the fact that Gemma and I were both really surprised at how big it is, given that I had to buy in special big tumblers for it.
And we'd held
the tumblers and realised just how big the tumblers were. We'd even tried to tumble the tumblers. You can't tumble them. You can't. Jane's like, I tried to get an artistic shot. Look, they won't tumble. I'm like, well, okay, might need to rename those. But oh yeah, do you want to see it from on high? Here we go. Ba-ba! Yeah. They're fab, aren't they? So you just need 2 contrasting fabrics, which then set me off trying to find said contrasting fabric. Is that kettle going on, Gem? Awesome. So I've got various. This one is, well, I mean, it's a bit golden glittery, this one. This one is some Moda. I'll show you what I've got. Oh yeah, there you go. Rebecca says, my table is dressed with a sewing machine and K fabric scraps. That's okay, right? That says welcome to me. That's what that says. So, we are ordering in a lot more of Lisa's fabrics for the new year. So for now, on some of the fabrics, we've only got little bits and bobs. So fat quarter projects were absolutely perfect. So I am really limited on some of these numbers. So I've got fat quarter duos here because contrasting fabrics for both makes today. So this is the small floral in black with, look at the flowering gum in orange. How gorgeous are those two together? So we're having those, look, let me show you what Lisa's imaginings on this were. So she did hers with the dragons and then some of the flowering gum, and I think that's just gorgeous. Her photography is always spot on, isn't it? So yeah, that would look rather lovely. Now, we have gone as close to that as we can, but we only had 2 units of the dragons.
Sad times.
Sad times, but look, he's going to sparkle, sparkle, sparkle with the wicker. Yeah, 2 of those left. That is it. We need to get more of those purple dragons. They were very popular. They were.
All the dragons.
All the dragons
Beautiful.
in all the world. We're nearly out of all the dragons, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have got 6 of these. Look, this, Gemma, I found these.
Beautiful. I have a mask in that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Out of the black.
Yeah.
This was, I found 3.5 meters and that was it.
Love the black blossom.
Now I've put it with, I want to say bright red. Yes, I'd be right. Bright red fans. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, just to get that contrast. And then, oh, look at this. So, the red blossom has that beautiful green in it, which is here.
Gorgeous.
Right.
Lovely wicker.
Right. I love the wickers.
Mm.
And also, it looks good. I've only got 2 of these ones, the florals, in red. But they look rather lovely with that as well. Looks like some sort of florally climely thing. That's not really a... Oh. Right, Gemma, we had very, very, very little of the teal fans.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't think it had even been loaded because there was so little of it left.
I think it was the skiddly bit that we get on the end of a bolt
Yeah.
that we don't count.
That we don't count
Mhm.
because we try really hard not to overload because we
We do.
overcut all the time as well.
We do. We cut
We
generously.
always cut bigger than half a
Mhm.
metre, and that can leave us open for errors. So we always try and underload where possible, which meant that we found some of these. Now I've put this with the tile print, which is just beyond beautiful. Oh, my computer agrees. Your battery is running low. Oh no, Gemma, my battery's running low.
Where's your charger?
In the boot of my car.
Oh, well, that's good.
Probably covered in shopping because I took a corner a bit quick and the whole lot
Brilliant.
went.
So, are your keys around? Oh, is it this one?
Yeah.
What, should I just pop to the car?
I mean, yeah, you might want to just undo
Back soon,
yourself.
everyone.
Yeah.
Undo yourself.
No, of the microphone, just to be really clear.
Just to be really, really clear.
So the silver, and again, if you're wondering what the tile print looks like, can I just say it's gorgeous? Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just adore that fabric. There's no two ways about it, really. And so, yeah, again, same with the silver. Same situation with silver. It was just what we had left. I had enough, though, of the teal to be able to put it with the ivory tile print because that's also a favourite. Yep. Gorgeous. Oh, thanks, Gem.
All the liquid type items also now righted.
Oh, are
Not
they?
yet.
Super.
Yeah, they will.
Super duper. Thanks. Wonder if I've got a plug anywhere around here that's actually going to work. What do you reckon? Do you reckon the chances of that would be? I'd say slim.
What don't you need today? What can you unplug? Do you need the iron for a bit?
Do I need the iron for a bit?
No.
Meh. I don't know. Have I got a hang on? Have I got a spare one down here, or did I blow the fuse on? I might have blown the fuse on this,
Ever
but we'll see.
professional, everyone.
Huh?
Just talk amongst yourselves.
Sorry,
ever
everyone.
professional here.
Soz.
I do try and keep her in check.
She stands no chance.
No, it is a fruitless task.
Okay. See? No one will ever know. Right? That was seamless.
Seamless.
Seamless. It's actually working. Oh yes. Right. Anyway, as we were. Before we were so rudely interrupted by my computer being cross. Here we go. Technology, Gemma. It has opinions.
I know.
They're never the same as mine either.
No, never.
Oh, look at this with the pink silver fans. I mean, is that not just scrumptious? Look, it's all like. So you can do these with it, or you can, well, do any project really that requires a fat quarter. But I am going to show you the new charms that we've got because, Gemma, imagine this with the fans, with the silver.
I am a fan of the fans.
I'm a fan of the fans. Hey, look, these are, whoops, oh gosh, hang on a minute. These are the new charms that we've got in. They are on, well, a lot of you have been eagerly awaiting these. They're a bit gorgeous, aren't they?
Fabulous.
And so you can either get them with the instructions, or you can buy them by their own.
By their own, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like that's come straight from Emily.
Yeah, by my own money.
I want to do it by my own.
Yep, that's about the strength of it. Apparently, I used to say exactly the same. No change there then. This is your classic stripe. Gemma, I only have 2 of these. Hi, Gaynor. How are you?
Cup of tea for you, Tash.
Oh, beautiful. With flowering gum in gold. Gold. These are your options today. Do you want me to grab that?
It's all right. You're in overhead.
We are on
No
overhead.
one need know.
Has Jane already grabbed one of these?
The cream one? Yeah.
That one. She's already gone for it, hasn't she?
She has.
So this is the thing, right? I didn't know if you wanted to make these so that they were for every day or for Christmas. This is kind of a bit of both.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of sparkle there in your mode of grunge, and then
Jane loved the calmness of that colourway, she said.
That's working here. It's always calm here, isn't it?
Yeah, always.
Always.
And that's what you've used.
I know this
Look at
one.
it.
I know. I absolutely love it. I couldn't find the name of it, Gemma. So I
Oh.
just wrote blue question mark.
I found
It
it
is
all.
blue.
It's fine.
You found it all.
With the codes and
and
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Now, green and purple, one of my favourite mixes, right?
Yep.
So, how about that mix?
Beautiful.
I heart that very much because you've got the gold from the flowering gum and then you've got the gold in the mode of seeing stars, but that green and that purple I thought was rather delicious because again you want that contrast. And then if you've got fabric at home and you just want some glitzy stuff to contrast with any of it, I've got some sparkly gold stuff, sparkly black stuff rather.
Nice.
Beautiful. And then also if you just want some of the stars fabric, I've got a lot of that.
Nice.
I say a lot of that. Obviously, I've had a good old cut into it. There we go. They are options. Don't forget, also on the website, we've got trios where you've got a fat quarter of the green, then you've got some Moda, and then you've got a fat quarter of H640. Done. For all of those little projects that you just need stuff with.
So useful.
Right. If you want to make this delight today, then we have got super posh glasses, instructions, and you're going to need a 1/2 metre of steam to seam.
Light.
So we've bundled it because that's what you need. We've put the pattern in for free, guys, so that if you are buying multiples, you are not buying multiples of the pattern because that just gets ridiculous. So we're nice like that, aren't we?
Yeah.
And the other thing to say about this is, because somebody did ask, well, why have you bought the glasses in?
What a faff they were to find in the right size.
Weren't they?
Oh my gosh.
You'd think it would be easy. I now get why. Because I was thinking it was just going to be like a little tea light size.
No.
We both were.
Yeah.
And so I kept saying to Gemma, well, can't I use this size? She's like, no, it's not big enough. It's not big enough. It's not big enough, Natasha. Do you not know what 3 inches looks like? Right?
It was the source of much grumpiness last week between two of us, wasn't it? Of why are they not arriving? And before that,
with a hint of mirth.
Why can we not find? Yes. Why can we not
Grumpiness
find
with a hint of
them?
mirth, I'd just like to say. No, I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them anywhere. And then when I did find them, and I was like, yes, about to buy. And then it was like, will be dispatched in January. What?
These are here. We have them.
No, just no. That was when I got angry.
It was when you tried to shortchange me by an inch several times over, and I kept saying, Tash, stop trying to shortchange me by an inch. An inch too small is an inch too small.
They've all been there. Also, it's a shame. We've got. Oh dear. That's lowered the tone, isn't it?
No.
Are we ever going to grow up? Gemma?
No, never.
We're not.
Never.
We're
Sadly,
really
no.
not. No.
Oh.
Do we want to?
No. Just going to grow down. You might get to my height at some point.
Never.
Never. Got a foot to go. Oh dear.
Even in your biggest heels, you'll never hit my height.
No,
Really, bless you.
I'd need stilts.
Ah, dear me. We've got the origami pinkish. We've got a couple of those left as well, if anybody was after those. Similar, because it's sort of origami-ish.
Jane's favouriteest make.
I know.
Absolute
it really
favouriteest
was.
make.
It really was.
Loves these.
Right, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to make something I've not made before. It could go horribly wrong. I'm just going to be honest, Jem. Just really honest.
Yeah.
Because whilst I'm really, really happy to try new stuff while no one's watching, it's different when someone's watching.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't necessarily read stuff right. And I'm chatting and pressing buttons everywhere. I do like to press a button here and there. Right. Clearing space, everyone. Is everyone all right, by the way, Gemma? Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, Margaret Smith's not having a great morning. She put the washing machine and the tumble dryer on at the same time yesterday.
Right.
Blew the fuse on the triple sockets in the garage.
I would like to feel your pain with that and raise it by the dogs managed to get into the tumble dryer and have now completely pulled off all of the the seal.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
They'd nibbled just a little bit, so they got a taste for it, didn't they? They've got all the chew toys in the world, and yet they're on a proper naughty streak at the moment, those two.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. They really are. It's the terrible twos. They're two. It's terrible twos.
And this is the thing. So you have actual toddler and then animal toddlers. It's a bad combo.
Yeah, because I had the great idea of getting two puppies whilst on maternity leave.
Amazing.
Because what else would you do with your time, right? Then we went into lockdown and I'm left with a very small child and two very small dogs. Well, small in age dogs. Big in every other way. So that was a really genius idea. I do love them though.
It was one of your better ideas, of course. There are general opinion flying around that I've got no chance of keeping you under control, which I think is fair. And also, actually, very good point.
What?
I don't think it will destroy your set too much, but Kate Blanchard says, sorry if I missed it or ahead of you, but would it be possible to see the new Lisa in a close-up as it's hard to get a feel of the colours? Can you get it down at some point, that beautiful new teal stripe?
Should we do that now before
I think
stuff
so.
happens?
Yeah.
Over here. Do you know what I've also done? Kate. I've also maybe made a slight recommendation for some fabrics that look a bit gorgeous with it. So can I also recommend... We should have done this as a trio bundle, shouldn't we, Gemma? If you hadn't had nothing else to do this morning. Lazy.
It could be done.
This is Flowering Gum in pink. You're welcome. And Flowering Gum in teal. Possibly my favourite. Well, it's like, hello, Natasha Makes Colours. There you are.
They are.
Flowering Gum.
Just there.
I mean... Is that not ridiculously heavenly?
Stunning.
I'm just going to drink my tea while you all enjoy that. Bit gorgeous, isn't it?
Mm.
Do you know what? I'm going to try one of the lotusy things in this.
Oh, that's a good plan, Stan.
Yeah. And then I'll have to try it in one of these colours. In fact, I might end up making two. Would that be wrong?
Nope, not at all. I support that decision.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, and back in stock. We haven't shouted about this one, Gem. This one has not been in stock for some time.
We've not had that for a good old while.
Just, They are. She's so clever. Really, I mean, really, really, truly, VV clever. Have we got much of the bright red fans?
I will have a little peep in a minute. I'm just working on some magic for you.
I've got dark red here, which is also rather lovely with it. Gemma's working on some magic.
Yeah, I'm trying to be magical for you.
Oh, look at that. That's rather gorgeous with
Like
it.
I do.
Actually, do you know what? So these are by the ½ metre, which would mean that you could get two of the lighty things out of a ½ metre of each, which would be rather gorgeous. So they are your fabrics du jour. I'm sounding very French today, aren't I?
I think so.
I mean, you wouldn't know, would you, that I wasn't at least bilingual, if not more. Oh, they're just beautiful. Which would you go for? Would you go for the black or the teal?
Oh, that's a difficult decision.
I
That's
know,
like choosing
right?
between two of your children. I think it depends on the occasion. I just love this new teal. I think it's stunning.
I'm not, do you know what? I'm not actually going to put it back up on the shelves fully because, well, maybe a little bit. In a minute, once I've chopped bits off it. There you go, Kate. Does that help in any way, shape or form? I'm hoping.
Oh, Sylv Sparkly says, I love anything metallic. Obvs.
Offs.
But Lisa always takes it up a level. And Kate says, thanks ever so.
Do you know what the thing is? The way that you see, I never know. When I'm on Hochanda / the craft store, I kind of assume that no one knows anything about Lisa, and I sort of assume that you guys know. But now I'm thinking, I'm not sure whether to assume that or not. I don't think I can assume that, Gemma. You know.
No.
So Lisa's fabrics are printed in Japan, and there's one of only 2 mills in Japan that do the processes that Lisa's fabrics go through. And you'll notice on the selvage, the very last little dot on the selvage is always the metallics, and the metallic is the last one to go down. And the metallic actually, in terms of fabric costs, adds $1 a metre onto the price. Like, it is not cheap. It is not cheap metallic that goes in.
Nope.
At all. At all. But that's why it's so sparkly and so fabulous. My hands are so dry today. Can I blame the storm, Gemma?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, blame the storm. Gosh, it's third time in, it's just drinking it up. Yeah, so that would be that. That would be why. Also, these mills, and again, this mill rather, not these mills, they do a process in between. So these are screen printed. So you have a screen, you print one colour, then go in with another. But in between, they do like a kind of bit of airbrushing, which doesn't happen. And so those people that know the fabric, they know exactly, if they know this mill, they know exactly which mill it's come from. Who knew, Gemma? Who knew?
Who knew?
I get all the gossip about it. I don't know if I meant to tell you all of that, by the way. I have no idea. But I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it. Morning, Karen. And the quality really shows, said Sylv. Well, I mean, it does, doesn't it? It really does. And I'm glad that you guys see that because, yeah. So we're going to make one of those this morning. I'm going to have a look and see if I can make one of these. I've not made one before, so I'm just going through the motions over here. What am I making? Well, we've got these beautiful charms. Gem, I'm not sure if I've just thrown half the magnetic thingy-majiggies all over the place.
Oh, that's good.
I know, right? Don't you just love it when I do stuff around here? I think I may have, because I'm pretty sure at some point I was meant to have another bit of the magnet.
Okay, do you need me to go and get you another one?
No, I've got one right here. I just don't like wasting stuff.
Yeah, but we'll find the other bit afterwards. This is how it goes.
It might not. I'm gone for good. Forever and ever.
Let's not be dramatic.
Okay. Not dramatic at all. Not being dramatic. Oh no, maybe I meant to have one. Oh yeah, no, because look, no, I've got them being really thick. No, look, Gemma, because the fan is the other half of the magnet.
Excellent. Just have a little swig at some stock.
Just going to have a little moment there, all by myself. Right, so let's have a look at this, shall we? You will need to prep outers, inners, some sort of interfacing, and a little square of extra stabilizer, okay? And this is where we start. So we have got to take our outer purse square and make a mark 3 inches down from the centre of what will be the top edge. I don't think it really matters which my top edge will be, because as you can see, I have beautifully fussy cut. So let's find that pen and mark 3 inches down. 1, 2, 3. About there. There we go. And then we're going to stick that on there. Why are we doing that? Because we are going to reinforce where our magnet is going to go. That's why we're doing that. All right. Which then means that we're going to just insert that little magnet there. So find that center point again. 1 and 2. This is my newfound favourite thing with magnetic clasps, is to get your stitch unpicker, because you don't want massive holes, and if you go in with scissors it can be a bit tricky. Now from the other side, I need to find where you made those marks, because they are very discreet. which is unusual for me to be discreet about anything. There we go. There we are. Now, you will have a washer that will go in on top of there. That's the bit I've lost. I knew I'd lost a bit somewhere. What have I done with it? I had it. Oh, try and keep all your stuff together. That would be a really good idea. So you will put your washer on there and then press that out. So your magnetic clasp is in there. And you see, look, you've got all of that's all of that. Okay. And then we are going to adhere the batting squares onto the wrong sides of both the outer purse squares. Right, so that is then going to happen. Beautiful. I've gone with H640. That's what I'm going with today. And oh, I should have adhered this before I put the magnet on. Oh yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? See, this is it. I don't read stuff properly when I'm chatting away to you. None of you will be even remotely surprised by that, will you? Just giving that a little press. And then onto that one. So it is meant to be off centre, by the way. Like, that's nothing I've done wrong there. Oh, bit of steam, bit of steam, bit of steam. There it is. Whoop. I might pop a little bit of steam on this as well. Why not? Lovely. It just helps. There we go. So we have got our two outers. That is all good with the world. Now, the other instruction is that we've got to take the frame sleeve strips. Okay. Now, if I have a look at my cutting instructions, I'm going to cut a few extras. You all right, Gemma? You've been on a little mission there.
Working on bundles.
Oh, working on bundles.
I'm going to get these up, these trios.
Huh?
I'm going to get these trios up.
Are you now? Yep, yep. She's on it today. She is on it. I do think it's a good idea, and I do think it would be lovely. Look, I've cut into all of this all over the shop.
Can I get you anything?
Huh?
Can I get you anything?
No. You're all right, thanks. I just like to generally cut into things. I tell you what it was.
Phil says, what about your little square of stabiliser?
What about it?
Yeah. I'm assuming she means what's it for or where's it involved?
Oh, it went on there. It went on there. So it's already in, and that just helps. So then, so if I was doing this properly, I should have then put the H640 on, and then pop that on, just to give it a bit of extra oomph. But I peaked too soon. I'm not going to lie, Jem. Peaked too soon. I know. Never mind, eh?
Oh, happens to the best of us.
I know. There we are. So you've then got two little strips, and you're going to go right sides together and just sew along there. Oh, I've got hair in my mouth. I hate that. There, 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 there. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch seam. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, Gemma, you know the other day.
Yeah.
So the thing is, right, I had the great idea of jazzing up that pair of shoes with the adhesive.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah, yeah. And I used a very old hairdryer to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. I might have been a little bit gung-ho.
Do you need
blown
an
the fuse.
extension lead or something?
I mean, you know, I don't know.
It's that whole getting my steps up thing again, isn't it?
Tell you what, I'll do a bit of sewing.
I do have an
Oh, have you got one? Have you? Of course you have.
This is me.
Gemma's the mum, right, who has the bag that brings out everything, whether it be aspirin or a plaster or an extension lead. Isn't that about right? It really is. It really is.
Brand new in the packet, fire safe and everything.
That is why we're friends, because I would never think to do that. Well, aren't you good?
That's what you pay me for.
No, right. Have I paid you for this? Oh, it's a nice little
Pay
one.
me for being good.
Huh?
Pay me for being good.
I do pay you for being
Thinking
and you
these
are.
things.
Very good. She's very good. She's very good.
Just please don't trip on it.
No, I'm not going to trip on
Because
it.
we can't tape it down, and we normally tape these things down, don't we?
Do you
we
know
will.
what? My house is held together with masking tape. Not masking tape. What's the other tape? Gaffer tape.
Gaffer tape.
That's one. If I can't do stuff with gaffer tape,
Cable
and
ties.
or what's the other thing that I really
Cable
like?
ties.
Cable tie. Oh yeah, they're good. And polyfiller as well.
It can't be fixed.
Yeah, right. I don't really know what other form of DIY there is in the world, if I'm honest.
In our house,
Is
as a
there?
general rule, if it's moving too much,
Yeah.
you need to use gaffer tape or a cable tie. If it's not moving enough, you need WD-40.
WD-40.
And if those things don't work, you need to get a man in.
Oh, poor guy. He doesn't mind
agrees.
that he is not the guy that needs to be gotten in.
No,
Is he?
I have Jeremy. And Jeremy's,
of course you do.
Jeremy's my quotation marks other husband. And he's
Oh,
actually my
wow.
friend Angela's husband.
And she doesn't mind sharing.
No, because we pay him, it's fine.
Okay, well, I mean,
And he's been in our lives so long that Gemma, my stepdaughter, I mean, she's 18 now, but when we first started having Jeremy round, she couldn't say his name. So he's still Gemmery to this day.
Gemmery? Oh.
And we ring him up, we go, Gemmery! And he's like, what's
What?
broken?
What?
What needs fixing?
We all have those people in our lives. It would be fair to say.
Yes.
It's quite sweet when kids miss.
I
Missay
know,
stuff,
it's
isn't it?
adorable. Sylv says she thought you'd forgotten to put the little square stabiliser on. So
Oh no, that went on. I
That
was
was
just so quick.
ninja
You
application.
missed it. I know, right? Actually did something right today. Amazing.
And Margaret says, remember to keep that plastic covered wire for a smarf. Does she mean like the nose, as a nose wire? The plastic covered wire, presumably off the. Was there a plastic covered wire holding the cable together when you took that out? Is that what you mean, Margaret?
No, you don't want to use that. You want to use proper
Nah.
nose
We've got
strips.
proper
We've
nose
got proper nose
strips.
strips.
And they've got a self-adhesive backing and everything.
Oh, they're really useful. And they're curved, so they're not going to be...
In
Oh, no.
fact, I have put them in today's collection because I know a lot of
we did
people.
some beautiful
Yeah.
scarf kits, didn't we, with the Lisa fabric?
Yeah, and the
because
Friday
that grey is good. My mum's got a grey coat. It would look gorgeous with that.
But also, and I've noticed there are more and more people making face coverings again. We're getting
It's
the
got to be.
yeah
Got to be done,
things
isn't
coming
it?
through.
Right, these are now pressed with the seam open, and then you're going to turn them through. Now,
Claire Angelina says, "Get a man in. I'm the one that fixes everything here. So am I. This is for the stuff that
this
I
is
can't fix.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, like electrical stuff that I might electrocute myself.
my dad has always been the
or the
fixer,
boiler.
and so it would be fair to say that Stephen has other skills,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't necessarily be DIY. I'm just giving these a little bit of a press.
Guy can do woodwork and he
Yeah.
does cleaning,
Okay.
but that's kind of his limit.
Yeah. So my dad would always be given the stuff that Stephen had fixed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that. So we've turned these through. We've pressed them, and they will be folded in half, with the seam in the middle there. Okay. So let's just do that, and we're going to press those lengthways. Yeah, but you see now with COVID, Gemma, I'm having to do it myself, aren't I? I had to take an entire doorknob off the other day because Stephen had fixed it.
Oh. Our family bathroom hasn't had a door handle for, hang on,
Wow.
2.5 years.
Wow.
Because Meg got stuck in there once.
Amazing.
Oh,
I've pressed that the wrong way in the
and
excitement.
we had to unscrew the door handle to get her out.
Has she then just been too
So-
scared to get back in there with the door handle on?
We just need a new one, and I've said I don't want that. I would like to replace them all, but it's really expensive.
I know.
I'd like new door handles because they're horrible.
I know. We see the thing is, ours suffer because the dogs jump up
Oh,
and
of
get in, and
course.
Margot and Maud let themselves in.
Ours are never going to reach the door
No,
handle.
no. Yours aren't going to even reach the skirting board, darling.
I have
say-
miniature Dachshunds, for those who don't know. They're not going
So we are. I mean, both in our own height and our dog's height, absolutely ridiculous. There's me with a Great Dane and you with a little miniature dachshund.
Yeah.
Right, we are going to place the 2 outer prepared squares right sides together. Oh, hang on. No. Hang on. Fold in half lengthwise, right sides together. Yeah. With the seam enclosed inside the fold, yeah. So your sleeves are double thickness, yes. And let me just check my measurements. 1 and, yep, 3/4 wide, 5/8. Yes, gosh, look at me. And then we've got measuring to do, people. Measuring. Take your prepared outer purse square. Oh, without the magnet, this one. Right, yeah, good. Reading all the words here, Gemma.
You need to work on your confident swagger. The sound of astonishment when it's gone right is possibly not the professionalism we're looking for.
Oh,
on a Tuesday morning.
sorry. Professionalism. Did you want that this morning?
Yeah, we did really.
Did you?
At least an attempt to sound like you know what you're doing.
Soz
But on the
everyone.
upside, everyone, if this does turn out, then
Anyone can do it.
anyone can do it.
Yeah.
She's great.
Do you know, we have this conversation, don't we, a lot? It's, you know, always a pleasure. I am a little bit dyslexic, just if you're wondering why I'm being so ridiculous with this. And so I do struggle with anybody else's patterns. It's not that Lisa's patterns aren't fabulous. They're great, obviously.
They are.
That's why we stock them. It's just that I am a little bit dyslexic, so stuff just gets around the wrong, or I just don't see it, don't read it properly. All the excuses in the world. And that's why I make my own patterns.
Yeah.
Because they make sense to me. They don't make sense to anyone else.
And then
But
once
they get
I've
gemmed.
got my handle on them, they then make sense to other people.
They do get gemmed quite significantly and joshed. So between them, it's all good. Right, let's see. What do we now need to do? So your sleeves, I don't think we've done that. And add the 2 sleeves along the top edge, aligning raw edges and positioning as sewn. Pin and tack in place. I'm going to tack those in place, Gemma.
Very good.
Within my 1/4 inch seam allowance. That is what I'm going to do.
Very good.
I know, right? Actually listening to instructions.
I'd say it's an excellent plan.
Hmm?
Excellent plan.
I know.
Yes.
Here we go. It's looking rather fabulous. Ta-da!
I love this fabric.
Do you know, when we had
marble
these
tile.
kits in,
Oh.
they were gone before I'd even had a
Oh.
chance to make one.
In milliseconds.
And that's
Absolute
why I've never
milliseconds.
had a chance to make one.
No.
It's insane. Place the 2 outer prepared squares right sides together. Oh yes. Now, presumably, this is my top here, isn't it? So there, like so. And sew around 3 sides, leaving the top edge open. Let's do it. Let's do it. To be fair, out of all the world's instructions, Lisa's are the ones that I like after my own. If I had to have a
High
favourite,
praise indeed.
do you have a favourite, Jem? If
I
you
have to
had
say
have
yours,
one.
really, don't I?
Well, I mean,
Is it really naughty if I actually say I love Jane's patterns? Because a lot of what Jane has got me doing now, because I do pattern tests here and there as well, and do sort of, make up the mock block of the month, don't I?
yeah.
Because I am
You
a
are
beginner
mock
in
of the
quilting.
month.
Mock of the month. All right. I get mocked every month, daily in fact.
Oh, like you can't cope with it.
But there are times where Jane will give me some fabrics and a set of instructions, and my eyes do this thing, and she goes, "It'll be fine. Just follow my instructions. It'll be fine." And I produce this block, and I go, "Oh my!" Because she just writes it so beautifully
Sure.
to produce something really complicated. So I'm going to say Jane's, which
No offence.
no, soz. She'll be listening to the show, smiling to herself sweetly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to sew round 3 sides of the lining fabric as well, but leaving, good people, a turning through gap. If you cannot eyeball a 1/4 inch, please don't worry. Just, because you put your needle down and you turn at the edges, right? if you can't envisage that, what has gone on here? Yeah, if you can't see that, don't worry. Just sew off the edge. That's what I would say. Gemma, you know that funny noise that the machine's been making?
Oh,
All the fun. Yeah, I forgot to investigate that as well.
oh no.
It's either going to need some WD-40.
Don't
gaffer
say
tape.
that, no.
Oh, am I not
We
allowed
wouldn't
to?
do such a thing. The wonderful people at Dukey fix them
Well, they will.
and make
but
them all better.
When am I ever going to have time to actually get it sent away to Dukey?
I know.
Right.
And this is why we are as we are, because our machines get some serious abuse.
Yeah, really do.
They get thrown in Natasha's car and transported all over the country. And ordinarily, yeah, of course, you know, you get them serviced and all of that. It's
We
rare
do
that we
actually.
can
Do
be
you know
without a
what?
machine, isn't it, here?
I get a bit nervous when one goes off to be serviced, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
So hang on. What? Missing a machine?
yeah. Because we always need them. Always
Yeah.
need them here. We can't be without them. But
It's,
they are
it's
ever
like
so
when your
good, aren't
car
they?
goes in for service and you're a bit like,
Yeah.
what? Servicing? I've got a safety recall on my car, Gem. I need to book it in. But,
Yeah, that needs doing.
but for January. And that's what I can work out. So what, it's safe
Until
January?
That's code for we haven't got time to fix it till then.
Right. So, you know, just cross your fingers and hope, love. Great. Love that.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. So I've got a turning through gap at the bottom. I've sewn round the other sides. There we go. Turning through gap there. Otherwise, basically sewn round 3 sides. And then I'm going to place the lining inside the outer right sides together. Oh, this is all very exciting. If you want to, by the way, just clip your corners like here, just to then do. So that's going to go into there. We've basted our thingamajiggies in there.
All the technical terms today.
They're all just
All there.
tripping off my tongue,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't believe. Pins, that's going to help. It's not often you see me pin, but I will pin on a seam. There we go. Gemma, we need to work out a Christmas party.
I know. I do think this is going to be.
It will be January,
Yeah,
because we've run out of December.
absolutely.
Where should we go? What should we do?
I just feel we need to go for a curry. This has been mentioned.
Yeah, we
More
do
than
have a
once.
really good curry house where we are, don't
Yeah.
we? Are you making an Alexa muffler? Oh no, you guessed! She guessed.
Yes, especially when you're around low with your
Yeah.
suggestions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not forgiven.
Oh, she is.
Made me run.
She
Made me
is.
run with sheer horror and frantic panic.
I mean, Lo is confused as to why work actually wants her to work.
Oh, I know.
Rude. John has the same problem there. And Fiona says, yes, I ask that question every time I'm at work. Why do they want me to work? I don't know. Couldn't ask. I'm going to stitch all around there. See what happens. I'm quite excited to see what this looks like. Because we've never actually had hands on the actual thing, have we, Jen?
No.
Never. Never, never. Right. So, because this is a tiny, tiny little pouch, do you know what? I think these could be great Christmas presents.
They're just gorgeous, aren't they?
Well, you know how I'm not doing Christmas presents with my niece and nephew because they've got a tiny house and they're expecting another one.
Yeah.
And so, and also they don't need anything.
No.
They need absolutely nothing. My kids need absolutely nothing either, to be honest. So we're gonna do stuff instead.
Such a good idea.
So we're going to the pantomime at the
Gonna be
weekend. I'm so
amazing.
excited.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh yes, I am. In Hammersmith, would you? I'm going to that there, London. Would you believe?
London town.
London town for pantomime. Well, you can't make a pregnant woman travel. That's not fair, is it?
No.
Really not fair. So off we're jolly well going to pop. And you know that lovely dress I bought off Rachel?
Oh yes, the pink one.
Guess what Captain Small's going to be wearing?
Amazing. Oh no, she's not.
Oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. Should we turn this through and see what it looks like?
Oh.
Place the lining
Let's
inside.
do
I've done that. Stitch the opening closed, the lining closed, and then place both. Hang on. Turn through. Whew. And press well.
Flying by your seat of your pants here, Tash.
I mean, if only SJ thought that was an actual thing.
I know.
I think she does now.
She does now, but only
Because it was written on the toilet paper.
on a
Yeah, I
toilet
know.
roll. Yeah.
We have posh toilet paper here. What can I say?
We
Right,
do.
snippety snip those corners. So the upshot of this is if I've managed this and made it look, you know, easy enough. You should get it. And those of you that have had it and made it, because we did lots with, did we do it with fans? Was that how? No, it was with the cherry blossom, wasn't it?
With the it's the Summer Palace Blossom.
Yeah.
That's what came in the kit.
I think it would look lovely with the fans. I think that's because it's got fans, the fan clasp. I've always thought it should be done in the fans. I think that's why I got overexcited.
And
with the
because you're a fan
fans.
of the fans.
Big fan of the fans. I've got to press this. So this is the thing, because it's little. It's a little bit fiddly.
We forgive it that.
There are some people, Gemma, in this world that have the ability to roll a seam. And it always reminds me, you know, there were always the cool kids at school that used to be able to roll their own fags on Rizzler paper. It always reminds me of that, and I'm like, were you that kid? That's what actually goes through. That's what used to on sewing quarter when guests used to roll the seams and go, you just roll the seam like this. And I can't do it. I was like, you were one of the cool kids, weren't you? You have to have been one of the cool kids.
Aww.
I was not a said cool kid. You can verify that, can't you, Gemma? Because we were at school together.
Oh, I don't know. I always thought you were cooler than me.
Oh, thanks. but
Definitely.
Not really true.
Yeah.
No, I was rebelling by the stage we went to school, to be fair.
Yeah.
I had hit that little bump in the road, which Mum says actually she only finds out the extent of when we do a show together. Whoops! I only know just how naughty you used to be when I listened to you and Gemma. Oh God! Whoops!
You want me to tell that there, Gemma, to shush?
Shush, hush, Gemma. Right, so we now have a situation where we've got some little ears and a magnetic-y thing there. I have no idea how this now goes together, Gemma, just saying.
It's okay. Just, you know, no one will know. Just don't say anything. Don't let
I've got
it
to
show.
put those together. Place both purse frame bars end on end with the rings and the ring charm positioned as shown. Right, those in there. Purse frame. So I think they've got to go in there. God, blimey. Got to be a member of Mensa to make this.
It's all good.
Do you know what? It's going to look stunning, especially with the silver and the silver metallic. So, purse frame bars go in there like so. And now... Oh, hang on a minute. I've peeked too soon. That needs to go in there. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, that makes more sense. So, yeah. And then that needs to go... She hasn't actually said at any point yet that I should be putting this through the bits. That's what I mean, I might have peeked. So you're going to thread your little charm through there, as shown. Have I got that round the wrong way? I don't know. Thread the purse. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, I've caught up. There we go. And then you will be able to pull the magnetic charm downwards to close the purse and connect it with the magnet at the front of... Well, let's hope that happens then, hey? Oh, yes. Oh, well, that's rather fabulous. Look at that. Oh, that's very good. That's really clever, actually. Oh, do you want to say?
Just laughing at how astonished you are that it's gone together beautifully. Of course it has.
Well, it
Of
has.
course it has.
But you see, I think it's meant to go. Aha. like that, and like that. Ha.
Margaret says, close up, please.
I'm just having a little titivate, Margaret. Bear with.
Okay, so yeah, Lo says, I still don't know what you're making. Is it a vajazzle keeper? No.
Oh, well, it could be.
And,
I mean, if your vajazzle looks like that, you could keep it in there.
Fiona says, what is of it? Right, that's another thing not to Google.
Oh, don't Google on your
Fiona.
work computer. Just
Fiona,
don't
no.
ever Google anything Lo talks about, for goodness sakes.
And Elizabeth says, I lay here wondering how it turns into the Tumblr decoration. No, lovely,
we
no.
haven't started that
No.
one yet. That's next on the list. Oh, grief. We've
As
really
if we
let
weren't-
everyone down, haven't
As
we?
if we weren't close enough to madness today. This
It's
lot
all
just
going
wade
on.
in and...
Look at that. And then you see, that's your little magnet. Oh, that's clever.
I love it.
I like it. I like it a lot. So there you go. If you fancy making one of these, grab yourself all the charms in all the world. Oh, that looks rather fabulous, doesn't it? I like the fact we've got the
great.
contrasting. Oh, yes.
You know what you can keep in that?
What?
Cake cash.
Cake cash?
To go down to the caff with.
Right,
Cake
so
pennies.
here's the thing. Yesterday, what did Jane have under the counter?
Oh, you know, we hadn't had time to get it out.
No, Kay had under the counter cakes that she did not
did.
have on display.
Contraband cake. Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously we got a whiff of that, didn't we, before we went in? We were like,
Well, that there Inga gave us a tip off.
She did. We're like, Jane, we hear that you are secreting cakes about your personage. Get them out on the counter now, please. So that is the charm purse kit made out of very, very tiny charms. It's good, isn't it?
Impressive work.
Thanks. Phew, thank goodness for that. Do you know why, Gemma? You see, I had to prioritise which one to make this morning. I only had time to make one because I cut all the other fat quarters.
And you were able to be confident that Lisa writes a great pattern.
Well, that, yeah.
So...
But I just wanted to make sure that I got my folds right. I was a bit nervous about my folds. Origami and me, we've never always been friends. Do you want to see the gold clasps? Here we go. Let me show you these. So these will look fabulous with any of the fabrics that come with gold metallic on them. So we've got silver and we've got gold. Just saying.
Nice.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't put these away after Christmas, you know.
No.
It's going to be something that's going to be out.
Yeah.
Could you put that on a bedside table, do you think?
I think it's great. And also...
Instead of having like a really, you know, if you want sort of mood lighting, be nice, wouldn't it?
Love it.
Yeah.
Also, Lisa did mention, didn't she, that you
Oh,
could
yeah.
put
I'm quoting her.
you know, you could put other stuff in there. You could use it
Other
for
stuff?
other purposes.
What?
Yes.
What
yes.
other things?
Yes, yes.
Khakis.
I mean, I'm
We're
kind
back
of
to that again.
no. I'm kind of loath to say it after the pig of a job we had finding the right diameter of glass votive, but she does
There it
mention
is.
the possibility of
Found it.
of putting a
Found it.
little pot plant in there or a vase of flowers to have on your desk. Be really cute.
Do you know what? Yeah, a little
But she said as well on
not a
dinner
cactus.
party.
What are they called? Succulents.
Little
Oh,
succulents.
I could put a succulent in there.
And
What else? I mean, to be fair, if you didn't have the lighting, you could fill it with sweets. Oh no, then it would be a mecca for small children, wouldn't it? That's a really bad idea. Gemma?
Yeah, no, I was about to say, but you know, you're busy presenting a show and that. Cheers.
They're gold! That's the one for me, says Silver Sparkly. Lo says you could put a Terry's chocolate orange in there.
Oh.
I mean, genius. Just the right size. Just the right size. Do you want to see how to make that? Because now that we've managed to completely and utterly confuse poor Elizabeth, who's probably thinking, have I had my medication yet?
Is it
I'd be
matchsticks,
confused.
the chocolatey things that you can buy and everyone gets at Christmas?
I
You could
love
stand
matchsticks.
You could stand those in there.
Oh, you could.
I mean, they wouldn't last 5 minutes.
Orange or mint.
Orange for me, I'm afraid. Are you a mint person?
That's why we're friends.
This
Because
is why we
you
can
don't
share. Yeah, like you have the one lot, I have the other.
Right?
Meant to be.
They're always less expensive than I think they're going to be matchsticks
I know
as
they're
well.
like a quid. Mm-hmm.
And which is better because after 8 mints are always more expensive than I think.
You can get them in Poundland, but they are like dinky boxes, which is
They are
always a bit
dinky
of a
boxes,
letdown.
and if you don't feel sick after eating at least 10 of them, why are you even bothering? Should we make one of these then?
Please, because I'm super excited about this.
Are we going to make it out of these? Yes. I think the answer you're looking for is yes. And I'm going to cut. Do you know what I'm going to do, Jim? I'm going to cut 2 because then I'm going to do 2 for myself.
Oh.
You might want to take that for stock.
Just, you know, half metre down. No props. No props.
We're back to me cutting stuff, aren't we, again?
Yeah.
Basically. That's how today is going to go. If you ever get really wibbly wobbly cut fabric, it's because it's like the end of the... Look at that. Dreadful cutting. It's not necessarily us that's cut it that badly. I mean, I wouldn't always rule out, but to be fair.
If there is a wibbly bit or a scrunchy up bit,
Or a
that's
wobbly
probably
bit.
the other end of the bolt, isn't it? You'll normally find that you've got
You've got
a
extra.
larger piece.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
Just let you
Well,
have
it's one of
this
those
wibbly
things,
bit.
isn't it? It's like, do you bother to chop it off, or do you just give someone a wibbly wobbly bit that's more?
We
I'd go
normally
for
just give
wibbly
you the
wobbly
extra
and
bit.
more. Everyone loves a bit more wibbly wobbly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And these fat quarter duos that you put together, Tash, they
Yes.
will make either of today's makes.
They
won't
will make either of today's makes. You will need, well, yes, absolutely. The other thing to bear in mind is that they're gorgeous. That was it.
Okay, there's some bad advice going on here.
It's low
Please,
involved.
everybody, just stop telling Fiona to Google various things.
Oh, no, no, no,
because it is a
Fiona,
really
no, no,
bad
no,
idea.
no.
Yeah.
Fiona, there's always that bad example, isn't there? There's always the kid that's going to get you in trouble. I feel they watch our show. All of them.
Do not ask Alexa anything.
No,
in
don't
Welsh,
ask- oh gosh, no,
especially
no,
if
no.
it's something that Lo has asked you.
No, no,
Sylv,
no.
Stop getting involved and reminding everyone what it was.
Elizabeth said we both laughed our socks off at the medication comment, just as well.
And
You see,
Myra says, thanks for your reminder, Natasha, because I've not had my medication. I slept through Alexa announcement at 9 a.m. So she's
do
just
you know what? We're all there.
public service.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And Sylv, your additional recommendation of something else you might want to Google is shameful and totally unacceptable. I shall tell Tash about it on the way to the calf.
And we will probably laugh very loudly.
Yes.
Let's be honest. You were sounding very, very stern there, Gemma. Very stern.
I just.
I feel like you try and keep people in check. I mean,
it's fruitless. It's
exhausting.
task, yeah.
It's exhausting.
No.
It was never part of the job description, was it?
No.
Did we ever write you one?
No.
Oh, there you go then.
I'm
We can
still
always
at-
add it in.
I'm still officially only doing a couple of spreadsheets, a couple of hours on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning.
Right. How's that going for you?
Oh, really well.
Really well. Nice. Hey, if you had a half metre of fabric, Gemma, and I don't wish to, boast or anything, but if you had a half metre of fabric of each of them, then do you know what the beautiful thing is? You could make 2 light thingies and a charm purse.
Oh, that's super clever, isn't it?
Right. Yes. Had I known that earlier this morning, I would have done it all in one. I wouldn't have.
No, you wouldn't. You want to play with all the fabrics, don't fib?
I want to play with all the fabric. Look at that. Just look at that. It's beautiful.
Look at the shimmer.
I know.
Oh.
I know. I'm going to put that one to one side to make my other one later.
We had another fabric come in that professes to be, I can't remember,
What?
it's shimmer or metallic or glittery or something. And Inga said, I had to look for its shimmer. We have to list it. She said, but when we've got used to Lisa, I'm afraid nothing shimmereth like that there Lisa's fabrics. She's right
Do you
though.
want to do pink or teal?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to go pink for now. And I'll do one pink, one teal. What's that face for? So, because it's a tricky one decision to make. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll get a fat quarter. So let me show you from a fat quarter what you're going to get. Because then there will be a spare fat quarter flying around somewhere. I was going to have all this prep, Gem. You were going to be so proud of me. Not ever going to happen, is it? There we go.
No.
Nope. Nope, nope.
Do you know though, I think it's quite nice to watch you cut. Because it is the one thing that scares everybody's the cutting. When they're new. And you just chop away there. It's just fabric, isn't it? I remember you saying this to me. It's just fabric, Gemma. Just.
It's not like it's your hair.
No, but the fear.
Oh,
when you've
the
bought
fear of cutting my
lovely
hair.
things.
Oh, yeah, no.
But
Oh,
the
yeah.
fear of
yeah.
chopping it.
Okay, no, I'll
Not
give you that.
nice.
There we go. But it is just fabric, and as beautiful as it is. Get chopping, everybody. Chop, choppity, chop. Right, so we're going to chop those salvage edges off. Ba, 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 ba.
Claire Angelina's wise.
What's she saying?
She says, I have not Googled anything suggested on here. I don't need the mental scarring.
No, you see, no. Very, very wise.
Fiona's replied, I'm Googling.
It's a Pandora's box.
Oh, but yeah, well, that and something. When you know what she's been told to Google, Pandora impossibly.
Oh, it wasn't the Welsh thing again, was it?
No. Oh no, that was mentioned, but you have to ask Alexa that one apparently.
Oh, okay.
And Carol Shepherd's just randomly said pink. I'm presuming she means it answered. We get a delay, Carol. But yeah, cheers. She chose that one, which is great.
What luck? What absolute luck. So the first thing you're going to do is cut your squares. Da, 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 and there is a recommended size. And then...
Myra says she hasn't Googled anything, but she has asked her son. And
oh!
Like,
I don't know if that's better.
Mother, who are you mixing with?
Oh, no.
Oh. Oh, Janine's with me. She says, I was so scared cutting the folded star fabric in case I messed up. We've all been there.
Can I share a story? I don't know if I'm really allowed, but I think Mum knows now, so I think it might be safe to share. When we were teenagers and Mum and Dad went away for a weekend, we might have had a party, and there might have been some naughty people smoking things they shouldn't have out of my brother's window.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Years later, fast forward, this wonderful plant
No way.
grows up. I don't know how, but it just... And my mum has no idea what it is. She has no idea what it is. My gardener, well, my mum's gardener, knew exactly what it was. It was huge.
Oh my word.
Absolutely huge. I mean, thank goodness it grew out of my brother's window, bedroom window.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
So there was no, and
And your mum was told in the end? Or no?
the gardener might have dug it up.
Dug it up, yeah. Just didn't tell you. So your mum's now going to find this out whilst watching the show. Brilliant. So that's not pushing your brother and his chums under the bus at all, is it? Oh, Mum, all those times you say you hear about how naughty I was from Gemma and when you listen to us on the show, here's just one for my brother. Kick. Just boot that one into the field. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm not saying it was my brother. I'm saying he clearly mixed with naughty people.
Oh, dear.
It was funny though. It was funny because my mum just didn't know what it was. She's lovely and innocent, my mum. Lovely and innocent. But how I laughed to myself. Yeah. Right, I am going to do some pressing over here, and I've just got a lot in the way. Shall I do it centrally? Would that make more sense? Let's whip some of this out of the way. It was a really impressive plant. I was very impressed.
Aww.
If I spin my mat around like that. And then, it's only because I've got a wire here, I don't really want to, oh look, my spinning doobry what sits there. Oh God, Gemma, how do I get in such a mess? I've only been going like an hour. How have I got in such a mess already?
I'm going to leave that as a rhetorical question. Fair play. Oh, Fiona's an Aussie, so she thought that it would all be worse. But now
Oh, that's all right then.
Now she knows what her new words mean. So that's lovely. And it's an education over here on Natasha Makes.
We have a variety of viewers, and we have to be very respectful of all everyone.
All everyone. Yeah,
right?
and we are.
We are. Right, steamer seam. You're going to take off, peel back one of the layers. So is finding it incredibly difficult to peel back anything. One will then keep said glue dots and one will not. One side will be sticky and one will not. You might want to put yours in the bin rather than just throw it on the floor. I have a bin back here. The whole area back here is bin.
Oh.
Why are you looking suspiciously
I
at
just
me?
thought that would be the backing.
No.
I've not used it. I know it is literally your favouriteest thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Lisa uses it too. So this is now tacky,
Mm.
right? So this is tacky. It's not. I mean like tacky sticky, not tacky like bit rubbish.
We don't do
And
that
so
here.
you couldn't. No, we don't do that. Gosh, no, not here at Natasha. Yeah.
I've never been more relieved to see Fiona type, I don't have an Alexa. Good! Please nobody ask Alexa the Alexa thing.
No.
Pack it in.
Although you've been told.
She has been told.
Lo's been told. So you are now going to use your iron, whilst we all giggle at Lo.
It's a horrible word. Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I will, right. We'll have a wander to the cat. Oh my God.
We'll have one. I've got soup though, Gemma. I went to Waitrose.
Well, I've seen in the boot of the car, everything was on its side and upside down. I've turned
Told
them
you.
right way up.
Went a bit quick round the corner.
Yeah, well, so I saw. Your boot is massive.
Thanks. That's only because you have the menopause mobile that.
Rude.
That's what you call it.
I know.
But
But
has
when
the
having
roof-
a hot flush, being able to throw the roof down is fabulous.
But it means there is limited boot space.
It's all right. It's enough room for a body. That's fine.
Oh God, not mine.
Yeah, it might be yours. I'd have to fold you, admittedly.
Better hope Rick
You're
and
all
Mortis
arms and
haven't
legs.
Set in. Oh,
Clearly, I've
Okay.
given this some thought.
well, I see that. You know what I used to love as a kid? That was Columbo. Did you
Oh.
like Columbo as a kid?
Yeah, I quite liked Columbo.
I still quite like Columbo on a Sunday afternoon.
And
when I'm a
Murder,
bit
She
hungover.
Wrote.
Oh, I love Murder, She Wrote. Is there anything wrong with that? Peter Falk. But then let's not also forget one of my favourite films, Princess Bride.
Oh,
It's great, isn't it,
as you
too?
wish.
Do you know, actually, I've got that in the kids' room.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm calling it the kids' room. Jane will not be happy. It's actually Jane's work
Creative studio.
/ half of it now, the kids' room, whilst they're off school. Yay.
They're not here all the time.
They're not here. No,
No.
they're not here. Actually, they're not here this morning. Emily was very upset about that. When this has cooled down, you will be able to then take off your other piece of backing.
That's it.
Right.
There it is. Oh, look.
That is,
And it's sticky.
Still sticky. but not too sticky. Not so sticky that you're going to get in a really horrible mess. Because otherwise, I won't be able to demo with it, would I?
No. No.
We all know my
No.
limitations,
Yes.
right? Let's be honest. We know the limitations. So you're then going to place.
We do generally ask, would it be safe to give this to Freddie? And if so, it's okay for you. Yeah.
And again, this is repositionable. You could, if you have got, oh gosh, what's that stuff? Bond and repair. Like, you can use bond and repair in the middle of this as well. But just know that you haven't got this ability to go, and repeal. That's why we use this, because we can repeal. And when you are happy with how that is looking, just so you know, then you go to town with your steam. Hence, it is only a it's only a permanent bond when it's been steamed, when you've steamed the whatevers out of it.
Fiona says, I like that fabric.
Yeah,
We like it a
you
lot.
do.
It is brand new.
I think we've got this before, Lisa.
It's so exciting.
I have a feeling, because this came straight from Japan. I get very excited when I get the way bill for Japan. I've never been so pleased to pay anything.
It's one of the few bills that you go, ooh.
Ooh, give me that bill! Give me that bill! It means something beautiful is on its way.
We're having having a lovely week, aren't we? Like we
Yeah.
had Odile yesterday, Lisa today. It's a
Lisa
proper
tomorrow as well.
lovely week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're doing after this?
Oh, we've got various things to do after this, but yes, there is a very special
There is a very
call
special
in a bit.
call and a pre-record being done for your Christmas viewing entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. I say gentlemen, it's John Cole Morgan and Steve Law that watch, isn't it? That's basically our gentlemen.
The other gentlemen tend to say, oh, it's those
Ugh,
women.
That woman again.
Mm.
I'm quite comfortable with that. Quite comfortable with that. There we go.
Fiona says, is that her new fabric? Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Sure is.
The newest of the new.
There we go. Look at that. Seamless. Nobody knew. Right. Somewhere I put the instructions for folding.
With the
Oh,
steam to
there
seam.
we go. There we go. Do you know what? That seam's just done the job.
Do you know, it's brilliant, isn't
They
it?
were, you know, when you get so dry, they were white.
I did think earlier people might be having a little panic that you're slathering hand cream on when you're about to do fabric.
No. I
because
don't use seams.
normal hand cream
Yeah, no.
would have left horrible greasy marks all over
Yeah.
your fabric, but this is seams.
Seams okay. to
Janine
me.
says, can you use steam a seam for applique instead of bondweb?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
certainly
absolutely.
can.
Certainly can. I'm folding this into quarters, by the way, and then marking that middle point. No, absolutely. Absolutely. That is your midpoint there. And then you're going to fold up into that middle point. Do you know what, Jem? I don't know why I just moved everything around. I really need to have this back on the mat. It was really stupid of me. Bear with everyone. Having a moment.
Isn't it great you've got this space so that you can swizz everything around? Look at that.
Yeah, I know. What luck.
Yeah.
Okay, mat back down. Sorry, everyone. Here we go. Right. As we were. Up like so. Down like so. You might just want to check that everything sort of folds sort of okay before you get... Oh, look at that. Can we just have a look at that? Just a moment. Yeah. So you want to just press. Ooh.
Lo says, I may need steamer seam for my fairy wings.
Oh, so Lo's been making... It's not like her own fairy wings. She's been making ugly fairies.
Yeah, I've seen.
Apparently, is that a thing? I don't know. It seems to be for Lo. I'd not really encountered it because I have a 3-year-old who would possibly not put up with said ugly fairy. But who said fairies had to be pretty anyway?
No, quite. Seriously, quite.
I know.
Well, it's like Disney. It always used to be like, you know, the wicked ones always used to have like, you know,
Warts
the
and stuff
unfortunate.
in the looks department.
Yeah, and actually they've corrected that in recent years, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah. I always used to think, hang on a minute. There are plenty of evil pretties in the world.
Evil pretties.
There
Well, you
are.
only have to watch Mean Girls, don't you,
Yeah.
to know that?
Yep, true. Sylv says, does it stiffen the fabric or leave it floppy?
Well, it just adds a little bit of body. That's it, really.
But doesn't leave it like paper or, you know.
Oh, no. But you've now got... you've now got 2 layers of good quality fabric here.
Yeah.
Don't forget. So,
There's a lot of substance going on in there.
yeah.
Oh, Claire Angelina says, when your videos come up as a suggestion on YouTube, Adam says, Mummy, it's your video, it's Tasha.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Yes. They're sweet, your boys. Very
Aw,
sweet.
So adorable.
I'm going to get rid of that little thread there. I just can't believe how Claire's eldest climbs.
Oh, really?
That would give me conniptions. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. He needs to be doing like parkour or something because
Meg
he'd
used to
be like,
scare me.
he'd just be amazing at it.
I went
But
to
I don't know if there are clubs that do that kind of thing.
I don't know. I went to a client's house when Meg was tiny at one point, and and she went off into the garden with the client's children, and we were having a coffee and a chat, and we turned and looked to the garden, and there was this huge climbing frame. It was a big, beautiful house, and they got some amazing play equipment. And she said, "No, they'll be fine out there. They'll be fine playing." And Meg was walking across the top of the frame,
No.
like so high up, so high up. And she went, "Oh my God," and went to run outside, and I just grabbed her arm and said, "Don't shout. If you alarm her, she will fall. Like, we've just got to stand here,
And
hold our
watch."
breath and
Amazing.
watch." And she did navigate her way back down again. But I then went out and went, "Meg, darling, that's not the bit you're supposed to go over." She was so high up. So high up. It was like a trapeze act. Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah. So Freddie can barely climb a gate.
As I know, and normally doesn't have tied shoelaces, so it's probably just a
No,
worry
I
trip on
know, I
them.
know. He's growing so fast that, you know, coordination is not a thing that Freddie really knows about.
No.
So climbing has never been anything I've had to worry about at all. Captain Small is a different matter.
Yes. That girl's determined.
She is.
You know what this reminds me of? Those fortune tellers used to make out of paper at school.
Oh, it's a bit like that.
Yeah.
So all the folds are explained in here, as you can see. We've just turned it over to do folds from the other side. So we folded in twice on one side. I suppose I should really tell everyone what we're doing. And then we fold in this away. So if you were ever worried at any point that you hadn't quite used enough steam to do your steamer seam, don't, because you can blast it with steam all the way through. And then we get to this point. Oh, you know, Gemma, you said, will that be all right with a stripy fabric? Yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't sure, but it's looking great. Oh, Rebecca has the box set of Columbo. She's nearly worn out the DVDs. What are you saying about that?
Really?
I'm going to say Tasha's jealous now.
I am. But
We've got
Okay.
the box set of Morse. Yes.
Morse.
I know.
Right.
It's great.
This is where your receptacle goes on top.
It's getting all steamy.
I know.
Steamy receptacle.
Oh, gosh. That's another show. And then we are going to take one corner out. Give it a tug. Give it a little. Jane said to me that they used to do these at catering college with napkins, and then put bread rolls in the middle of them.
Oh. Well, this is the thing, though. You know, you could do this
Off your
and
table.
have them as
How
really
pretty is
superb
this, though?
napkins at your table.
Well, then.
Oh, I love this.
This
It's
is the
incredible.
bit that happens. Now I've got a couple of threads I'm gonna need to trim, but that's absolutely fine. And this is why you want your contrasting fabrics.
Yeah, definitely. But if
and
you were
why
going to
we've
do
put all
them for
those
your
bundles
table,
together.
you could do half this way round and half the other way round, so that they alternated, couldn't you?
You absolutely could.
Oh,
Now,
it's stunning.
I will just trim back a couple of these little bits just because I didn't attach it quite as thoroughly as I would. But how?
Oh, look.
uber gorgeous
It's a beaut.
is that now when I can actually turn it around? Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? And then you just want to put your little tea light in there.
We love an LED tea light. There goes the fire risk.
There we
God,
go.
gone.
Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely stunning.
Just lovely.
And that came together so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just really lovely. Really beautiful.
And the kit that we've got, so you get the instructions, a glass votive, and some light steamer seam to work with as well, don't you?
This could be your table done, couldn't it?
Yeah. I feel like I need to do these for my Christmas table.
Well, yeah,
I
so
can up my Christmas table from its current standard.
up the ante.
I wondered where you were going with that then.
Yeah, me too. I think I saved it there.
Up. All right. I know we've known each other a long time, but come on.
It's all good. So that is what I would highly recommend you all go and make. And whether you want to make them in something really pretty and teal. Oh, teal's going to go in your house, isn't it? Treat gem. Or whether you want to do something.
I've got fabric that I'm going to play with, and I need to go and have a look for some more now. To
But
have a
contrasting.
Contrast. Yes.
Contrasting.
Yes.
So there we go. That is the end of the show. Do take a look at all the fat quarters. You might want to make, well, any of these things really. And if you go for a 1/2 metre of each, like of these, if you go for a 1/2 metre, then you can make 2 of those and 1 of these.
Yeah.
But you need to grab your
exactly.
charms. I like this a lot, you know.
Ali B says, I'm going to make those out of napkins when I'm doing posh.
Oh,
Turn the corners down and you have a water lily. It does look like a water lily, to be fair, doesn't it? Yeah.
I'd have to.
You'd have to give them a little steam, but oh, they're gorgeous.
Ooh.
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 And I look. You can just.
This is a great one to get the kids involved with as well. It's like, you know, as long as you're doing the steamy bits,
Yeah, absolutely.
the actual unfolding of
Mhm.
it, they'd love
Really
that.
beautiful.
Oh,
Really beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah. Quite pleased with myself. I'm going to go and make the other ones now.
With tea lights and Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, yes. What a good idea.
Well
so there are
done, Lizzie
makes
Crandall.
today, courtesy of that there Lisa Chandler and her genius mind.
Clever lady that she
Clever,
is.
clever lady. Right, you lot, we're going to go. We will be back tomorrow with Jane with, talking of genius Lisa Chandler things, by the way.
Lovely, lovely hexagon table topper.
English paper piecing, all about that. All about that in 2 or 3 different colourways.
Good
Oh,
question.
2.
Let's see. Let's see, shall
Going
we?
to go and rummage and have a look.
Go
Right,
and put them together.
you guys have a rummage through the website, see what you fancy, and we will see you here tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Have a fabulous day, and just be careful what you Google. Bye-bye.
Bye.